What's going on, family? Um, Today is a day that I'm gonna have to, refrain myself again, from getting too upset while I'm making this video. But I want to address the two shootings in the past 24 hours of Anton Sterling and Philando Castile. One, Mr. Sterling was in Louisiana, got shot by the police. It's videos everywhere of him being shot by the police, unarmed, on the ground, being, uh, on the ground, and was shot just point blank. Um, he was at a liquor store selling CDs, and that's really it. Um, the other one in Minnesota, Mr. Castile was at a traffic stop. He had, for busted tail light. You know what I'm saying? He said he told the police officer that he had a gun. He was concealed carry, and the option to carry, and the police officer shot him. There's video of his girlfriend witnessing the whole thing of what happened down there, and that was in Minnesota. Um, a lot of people have, an issue and complained about the whole thing because they say that Sterling had a criminal record. And a lot of people are trying to justify, a lot of black people, excuse me, are trying to justify that because he had a criminal record of what he did in the past, he deserved, to get shot. And I feel like, well, that's a bunch of BS because um, Mr. Castile in Minnesota had no criminal record, had the option to license to carry a weapon at a traffic stop, and he was shot reaching for his wallet. Um, so I see that in this country, whether you have a criminal record or not, they will continue to kill you for no reason. They are killing black men for no reason. And a lot of people are just saying that if you can just, pray about it, then the solutions will come. And I'm just trying to let people know that we have been praying for the past 300 years. And what I've noticed was the actions of certain individuals that they don't really like to teach you about in history class are the ones that helped free slaves or helped fight back against uh, the actions of white supremacy. And so I believe that it's time overdue that we started to protect ourselves against these so-called um, injustices. I think by now we should understand that no one is going to come and save black Americans from the injustice that's going on here in America. You have to save yourself. And that means by unity, helping each other out when it comes to that, instead of recording, what's going on. How about you try to step in and intervene of what's going on in that situation? No, I'm not telling you to put yourself in harm's way, But at the same time, you're just as guilty if you're sitting there and videotaping someone getting shot or harassed for no reason by these white police officers. And they're doing it on purpose. They know that you're just gonna get on Facebook and Twitter and type how mad you are. They're not concerned about you fighting back. They're not concerned about you really doing anything to them because they're an officer and you're black. And history states that they're going to be right regardless. There are laws that President Obama passed about the blue alert, about trying to protect uh, officers when they're going into so-called danger zones and things like that that's going to happen. um, I just feel like this, and I'm really upset with this whole thing. I'm trying to take everything in, but guys, we are in a state of emergency amongst the black community, and the people that's in the black community should be able to see and notice what is going on. These killings are unnecessary and they're not called for. And every single time we get the officer in question um, on the stand for trial, they get released. They don't get indicted. They get paid leave, and it's like a slap in the face to everybody in the black community. I'm sorry, but when are we going to stop praying and we're going to actually start with some action? Are we going to put back these? Are we going to stop praying and actually put some action after that? Are we going to pray first, then be like, okay, now it's time to get the business done? Are we going to do that? Because right now it just looks like everyone is just trying to pray and hope something happens. You have to stand up. You have to have the mindset of, if I don't do it, who will? Because right now there's no one doing anything to help black people, period. Not the president, not the senator, not the governor, not your mayor, nobody in a political office is really helping against these murders. They're just openly murdering black people, and no one is saying anything about it. No, we don't need a protest. No, we don't need a march. Though that stuff haven't worked. It hasn't worked. And it won't work. This is a new era in time. You can't even put your hands up and say, don't shoot me anymore, because they'll shoot you. They telling people you can't breathe. And you just get choked out to death. We are in a new time and era where everyone needs to, instead of sit down and waiting for something to happen, make something happen. Because I'm telling you, once they declare martial law on any of you cities, you will have nowhere to go, nowhere to run. And before it gets there, you guys have to find a way to do better for the community. Period, point blank. This is depressing. This is sad. The stuff that's going on right now, this is insane. But that's all I want to talk about, family. You know, the separation between black people is ridiculous. That's all I want to talk about today, family. Make sure y'all get a copy of my book too. I speak about this a lot in my books, Reviving Society and Restoring Self Back to Your Roots. Those two books right there, guys. I'm telling you what's going on right now today. Peace. Y'all be safe. We got to get this action done. Love y'all.